My topic is actually very challenging because this does not only require expertise, but this has something to do with one's credibility. So I don't know if I am the most credible person to talk about ethics and professionalism, but rest assured I try my best to be ethical and professional in all my dealings in the office. Although sometimes I can be playful. But I find this topic really very, very interesting because everyone wants to be professional, yet they do not live the principles and characters or characteristics of a true professional. We want our colleagues to be ethical, yet we forget to be ethical ourselves.
Welcome to the Learning and Development Channel, where you can learn, lead, and make a difference.
Workplace ethics, ladies and gentlemen. Workplace ethics and professionalism are vital in every organization because these two concepts are the foundation of the success of every organization, such as the Department of Education. Without work ethics and professionalism, any organization would crumble. Alright, we don't just strike anywhere, do we? Okay, so before I proceed, I want you to raise your right hand. Everybody, raise your right hand. Shake until you are relaxed. Okay. And tap the person sitting to your right and say, "You look intelligent." Okay. You look intelligent, alright? Because I'm very, very happy I have an intelligent audience this afternoon. Okay, raise your left hand. And tap the person sitting to your left and say, "Looks can be deceiving." Alright? So don't be fooled by looks. Alright? You know why? Because there is truth in physics, and physics govern all our existence. According to physics, light travels faster than sound. We are always impressed by looks, but never by people's ideas. We always pass on judgment because we see, not because we hear, not because we listen. Alright? Same thing with ethics and professionalism. We always think that the ones who look beautiful and handsome are most ethical. Unfortunately, it is not always the case. Remember that the salt and sugar can look the same. Alright? As we navigate the complexities of the modern corporate landscape, it becomes increasingly vital to uphold values and values that foster trust. Trust. Why is trust important? Because when we break trust, surely you're in danger. You'll get pregnant. Do you use trust? Yeah, you do. Alright. I don't. Okay? Why are you laughing? Okay, again, we're talking about professionalism here, okay? In everything that we do, if there is no trust, everything is ruined. Believe me. Okay, and we are looking into upholding values that foster respect. Because if you can only respect the regional director, but you cannot respect the driver, then you are not respectful at all. You are called a hypocrite. You are Janus-faced. Because if you cannot treat, the lowest ranking person in the office the same way you treat the highest ranking official in the office, it means that you're not being true. Do you get me?
Yes.
If you can greet the regional director good morning, but you cannot greet the janitor good morning, then your good morning is fake. Do you get me? Yes. All right. And of course, integrity. What do we mean by integrity? Later on, I'm going to discuss this further, but I would just like to say that with integrity, we do the right things even if no one else is looking at us. Right? It's like, integrity is what you have even when you are left in the dark and no one is watching. And even if you are left in the dark, you will still do the right thing. And I would like to quote Warren Buffett, or Buffett, I should say. Do you know him? All right, kindly research. He said that it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. Why? Because reputation is something that we maintain. And if we cannot maintain it, it can be gone in a second. Right? Today we are here to explore the profound impact of ethical conduct and professionalism on individual careers, team dynamics, because it's very important. Because our behavior impacts the behavior and the output of the team. For example, nagdrama ka dyan, kahit wala namang dahilan. No? Or naging member ka ng Kalisama Festival. Alright? If you get me, kahit wala namang rason para mag-worry, nag-worry ka dyan. No? Tapos minarag mo ang katabi mo. Huh? Are you like that? Yung tipong nag-panic attack ka, gusto mo lahat nag-panic attack. Kasi gusto mo ng kakampi. No? Definitely your behavior impacts the behavior of other people in your environment. And together let us delve into the principles that not only elevate our workplace, but also define the legacy that we would want to leave behind. Because regardless of our position, whether you are a regular employee, a permanent employee, or a JO or a contractual employee, always remember that you can make a difference. And this is not to make a snide remark. Some JOs and COS perform better than the regular ones. Tapos na pala ito, Since we're talking about ethics, I would like to ask this question. How do we decide what is right? How do we decide what is right? What is our basis for saying that what we're doing is right? For saying that what we're doing is ethical? And what we're doing is professional? Anyone? How do we decide what is right? What's your basis? Are we saying that it is right because that's my value? Or that is right because that is what is written in the quality policy? That is right because that is what the church taught us. That is right because that's what other people say and I want to impress them. So how do we decide? Alright. In the context of government service, I would like to mention deontology. Deontology. D-E-O-N-T-O-L-O-G-Y. Deontology. This talks about the study of moral obligation. Moral obligation. Because I suppose that we are all humans, and as humans, we have morality. Sense of morality, yes? We are morals, are we? Moral obligation that is binding, necessary, and right. And we can say that I can be a good person by applying my reason to the discovery of moral behavior, and And this is according to Immanuel Kant in 1788. You know, this statement has been there for thousands and thousands of years, but this still holds true. Are you still with me? Yes. Alright, because after this we're going to have a licensure exam. Are we good? Yes. Okay. So, we can talk about practical reasonability. Sometimes we say that what we do is right because it is practical. Kaya ginbayaan mo ni Kuya, muna kwarta. Ano gipiling mo yung kanang maraksok kay may dang kwarta? O, diba? Practical reasonability affirms the existence of an absolute moral law that is categorically imperative. Okay, and of course, we're going to talk about ethics. Okay, and ethics is the branch that deals with duty, moral obligation, and right action. And it is the science of moral duty according to Jeremy Bentham. So again, ethics is the science of moral duty. Okay, science of moral duty. Okay. By the way, I just would like to remind you that not because you are prayerful, you are moral. Your being prayerful does not make you moral. Okay? Some prayerful people are devil. I would like to say that. Alright? Diba? May kaibigan kang laging nakangiti sa'yo, pagkalikod mo, nililibak ka naman. Okay? Diba? Okay, so what are our objectives for today's session? We will define ethics. What is ethics? Okay, if you have two ethics, right? Not just one, but 2, 3, or more. Okay? Number 2, understand the importance of work ethic. Why is it important to be ethical? And we will identify the pillars of character that makes one ethical and professional. And let's see if you have those. So this is a reflective discovery, right? Oh, by the way, for those who are taking videos of me delivering my lecture, please don't upload the video yet. Alright? Please ask permission. That's part of ethics. And professionalism. Okay? Don't make a meme or a reel. That's perfectly alright. Come on. Just send it to me. And I will make a reel. Number 4, discover how and why to apply these pillars in the workplace. How do we apply all these pillars in the workplace? So, let's understand workplace ethics. I have my question for you. This is a yes, no, or true or false question. Ethics is something you either have or don't have. Who says true? Raise your right hand. Come on. Ethics is something you either have or don't have. Who says false? Alright, only one says false. The correct answer is false. That's why sometimes majority, there's something wrong with democracy that the majority always wins. Because sometimes the majority is wrong. You get me? Yeah. So with ethics, you don't always go with the majority. You have to stand by what you believe is right. Do you get me? Oh, hindi ibig sabihin ginagawa niyo, gagawin mo din. Kasi ang justification mo, ginagawa din naman yan, gagawin ko din. So ibig sabihin, okay lang yan. Diba? Oh, congratulations. Wrong. Okay. The correct answer is false. Ethics is an invisible employee behavior. Invisible yan. Hindi yan makikita. Which is only noticeable in its absence. Malalaman mo na lang na wala siyang modo. Pag nakita mo, wala siyang modo. Yes or yes? So, kung nagpipinanlibang na hiya, wala na niya ethics, di ba? So, mafe-feel mo naman, wala niya ako niya ethics. Pero kung hindi niya nagpipinanlibang, then kung makikita na may niya ethics. Yes or yes? O, tugtog na rin niya, nag-cheat-cheat niya DPR, makikita na ethical niya. Pero kung makakita ka na uy, alas na yung mga dressing mo, kaya nung insurat niya 8:30. Oo. Makikita mo na, wala niya ethics. Ano? Because, again, ethics is an invisible behavior of an employee that is only visible by its absence. Does it make sense? Okay. Ethics is something that is learned. Natututunan siya. Okay? So, it is good that you are here because it means that you are learning. Okay? Because again, ethics can be learned and ethics is a choice. That's why every person has the moral responsibility and obligation. Why? Because ethics is a choice. Eh kung ginsubo ko ngayon pagpatayan, masugod ka na. Kung subo ka lang kawat dituhin papel. O makawat kaliwat. No? Diba? Choice mo yan kung susundin mo yung mali o hindi. Diba? So again, ethics is a choice. But you know what? Sometimes I know some of you would say, Sir, may nasunod yung lang tapos kayo ko kaya sumunod ka kasinahan man ako. So hay man yan mas importante kain. Ani mo boss or ani mo pagiging professional na ethical? So kaya sinun, sundon mo nga ni ang sayo, diri importante kain mo ang batasan. Importante kain mo ang sumupsukan bubot ang imo boss. Right? Do you get me? Right. Are we good? We're done. Okay, get 1/4 sheet of paper. Okay. Right. Now the question is, what is the difference between ethics and values? Ano kaiba yan? Magkaiba itong ethic at impato. Okay? Okay, ethics and values are two different concepts. Sige daw. Anong pagkakaiba? Menard. Orang pembisar tak ngaran, patay. Marisay kita ini. Tadi ka dari parang ngaran. Yay, okay lah. Alright. Sige, what is the difference between the two? Sumiringani kita ng ethics, mga kabuntuan ko kay Kristo. This concerns how moral a person should behave. Should behave. Ibig sabihin, may dapat tayong mga prinsipyo nga susundan, ano? Right? Pero sabihin kita nga values, kalugarin mo ini nga inner judgments. Imo inner judgments that determine how a person actually behaves. Diba? For example, gin-text ka, para ka sumulod sa opisina. Reply ka, kan Mr. Singh ka. Hain ka, reply, Sir, diri ako makapasulod kay maulul takpod ay. Naglala ka magpod ay? Tol. Bibili ko day. Tol ay. Okay? Pero, pagbalik mo nga din, may naka na sunburn. Wow. Kaya nagdagat ka ngayon. So, ang imong values, nag-dictate na imo, na importante na imo ang pag-hang out with friends more than going to work. Okay? That's values. Ang imong ethics, nasa rin dapat nasulod, kaya wala ka man sakit. Pero ang imong values pa sa rin, dagat is life. So, mas pili mo ang imong values, ako man ito pa dagat. Do you get me? Oh yeah, because values talk about your inner judgment. Ano mo mga desisyon? Kung ano iya yung priority, amo to iya batasan. Believe me. So kung dili ka niya priority, dili niya batasan ang humigugma mo. Okay? Wow, wag ka umasa dahil. May jowa, ano karma na ito to yung Okay. So, I just would like to make this point that your values have nothing to do with ethics. Ano yung batasan? No? Kaya pwede man marawat ang batasan pero nasunod ka. Di ba? O marawat ang batasan pero nasunod ka ang balaod. So you're being ethical and professional, di ba? O, pag uli mo, ano ka na nagbibinuyayaw? O, pag sunod mo, kaplastika na liwat ko. Ano matutubay yun? Okay? Labi na yung mga JRs, tining nga regular, labi puro na. Sabi niyo na JR, labi nurudala ka na ako. Kapoy-kapoy at labay na. Which is true. And we cannot invalidate that experience. Oh, kaya kung kami nga mga regular, mga ethical kami, hindi kami magpipinaling puro just because we know why the COS. Are we making sense?
Yes.
May nababaruan?
Yes.
Ay, kung maray na pamuling kita. Alright. Now, workplace ethics, ladies and gentlemen, is to conform to accepted and especially professional standards of conduct. Nasunod kita ang professional standards of conduct. Hay tamang itong makikitaan na atong mga professional standards of conduct. Okay, I just cited some examples. Okay? Kay maaro ka mo, nag-a-apply pa man na kita di ka kariti ano? We always set our best foot forward. Why should we hire you? Answer, because there is vacancy. Diba? Diba din? Kamusta din? Mahal kong Manila. Plural. Very singular. Ay, karapan na elevation ka. Happiness. Kamu finance ka naman. Uy, ayos ka naman. Am I being ethical or not? No. Pag ipapapaspas ko, diba hinahan may pila? O, dapat na rin nakauuna. Ano? Kaya kung may pila, may pila. Right. First come, first served. Okay. Pero sige na lang. Alright. So, kain man natin ito makikita ng ating professional standards of conduct. We have it there in our oath of office. Okay. May nakita DepEd quality policy. Pag-istoryahan ko niyo ni Ma'am Rita later or tomorrow, I don't know when. And every Monday, we also recite panunumpa ng lingkod bayan. Okay. Malagdag ko talaga ito. Oath of office. Kay maarang ka mo, diri ko pag hinambo. It akong lagay. It akong pagsusulod nila yung opisina. It akong lapermaning tipinan ni mundo. Diri man ako para ako. Diri ako just noon. Kay maarang ako, diri nga tanan nit ginduludhan Diyos.
Ay! Really?
Uy, paspasita, kaya mo pa ini. Alright. Akong guide talaga, personally, and akong guide, kay ako, I'm a serious type of person. Whenever I go to work, I am serious with my job. And I always take my oath of office very, very seriously. Alright? I don't care if I will be promoted or not, for as long as that I take my oath of office very seriously, then it means that I have given justice to the job that was given to me, regardless of my position. And I don't blame anyone for a poor rating that I would get, because I never compare my level of performance with the performance of the people around me. Because ethics is a choice. Right. I always think of this. Perform my duties to the best of my ability and capabilities. To the best of my ability and capabilities without fear or favor. Without fear or favor in view of furthering the mission of this department. Just as simple as that. Why are we here? We are here because we have a job to do. And with the job that we have at hand, we are expected to deliver to the best of our abilities and capabilities, regardless of our positions. Are we clear? When you do that, okay, it means you are on your first step to being ethical. Ayaw na niya. Right. And now let's move to the next. So we have here, panunumpa ng lingkod bayan. Every time that we recite this every Monday, I always give emphasis to this line. Maglilingkod ako. Wala yung sumeri ka, maglilingkuron ako. Anong paggawas na kalmuranas? Maglilingkod. Dere maglilingkuron ako. Okay? Maglilingkod ako ng may malasakit, may compassion to other people. Dili kay pasakit. Maglilingkuron ako at pasasakitan ko. Okay? Alright. Diba? Kaya di ba nalilipay man kung nakakakita na nagkakasakit iya mga kaupot? Ano? Okay pa ba? Sunod magdadala ka yung hihika. Pero kaya na, mahal naman yung pagbara. 25,000 ako. Okay, life size naman. Oo, kasi mabarbigal pa. Okay? May malasakit ka, may malasakit, may compassion. Dapat may empathy ka. Nararamdaman mo ang nararamdaman ng iba. Sige daw. Kung laman-lamano ni Maynard papel, kung ikaw na nag-apply, laman-lamano ni Tim papel, ano din mafe-feel? Di ba makaharami? Di ba? Oh. Kaya, huwag kang paasa. Majawa? May idea? Katapatan. You're being right and just. Tapat. Are you truthful? Are you honest? Because according to science and psychology, an average person tells a lie 3 times a day. Nakapira na ako pag binuwa, tikang kanina na aga. Pag mata pala, mahusay ang buhay ko. Okay? Next. Katapatan at kahusayan. Ibig sabihin, pag-uhusayin mo, pag-ubutihin mo ang serbisyo mo, di ka reaksyon mo, magpapahusay-husay ka sa opisina. Okay? Nauusanin mo sa kaoras pag minik up. Kaya dapat pagsulog mo, you're fully made up na. You will not steal time. You know, in the office, when you arrive, and that's the time that you apply makeup na may ka na kliyente. Kaya kariyagsin, that's a simple form of corruption. Why? Because the time you're spending on something other than the task that you're supposed to deliver, kariyagsin mo, gimbaydan ka ang gobyerno para ito na oras. Hala ka, nagpa-pedicure ka dahil. Oo. May na kami hinabutan ba yan na school principal? Nagpa-pedicure during class hours. Mga ceremony mga naka-makeup na sa nangadaan, ha? Ako, chip pala. Asa regular hindi ko ng problema sa kagas man lipstick, waray na. Yung panunumpa ng lingkod bayan. Are we like that? Okay. Diri ano? Okay. Next, quality policy. Itatong quality policy. Nag-recite ako kayo iniintindi ba nila quality policy or gino-recite na nila memorize ko sa at pakiana, sinasabuhay mo ba kung ano yung nasa quality policy? Kasi sabi dito, upholds the highest standards of conduct and performance to fulfill stakeholders' needs and expectations. Highest standards of conduct and performance without fear or favor. Lahat yan sinasabi ng quality policy, panunumpa ng lingkod bayan at your oath of office. And you recite all these three every day. Okay, masulod ako. May utang kong mabarayan. Wrong and motivation. Okay, masulod ako. Iba ng tax ito. Wrong and motivation. Because primarily, your motivation in going to work should be for the fulfillment of your oath of office. Everything comes in secondary. Okay? It may sound, how would I say, too good to be true, but we can do it only if we choose to do it. No? Oh. Sige. Kaya ako, member man yan ako 5K club. Pero wala akong motivation is not to pay my loan. My motivation is to fulfill my oath of office. Right? Ethics, ladies and gentlemen, is putting principles, umuli mo ng picture. Ethics is putting principles into action. Umuli mo. Ay, di ba?
Mababalidate.
Ano mababalidate?
Mababalidate.
Okay. Ethics is putting principles into action. Oh, dito niya pinarostoryahan na isinasabuhay yan. Hindi ka masali na, uy, mga kaupo talaga ako. Pero nagpipinangaway ka ano. Right? And maintaining consistency. That's ethics. There is consistency between what we say we value and with what we do. Do you value your job? You do. Pero kaya paling delay, absent. Oo. Itintin. Ayaw ka itintin ka na kapasal ka man. Itintin. Pero ano ito niya 7:30 na nasulod. Pero 3:30 na uli. Just kidding. Love na love ko yan. Ha? Okay. Pero ano ito niya 7:30 nasulod. The earliest. May pipinag-receipt na ito niya, minsan nire akong document. 7:30. Huh? Right? So, ethics has something to do with integrity and self-restraint. Okay. Self-restraint na rin, self-control, like not start. Okay, wow, may pa-brand. Okay. So, here are the pillars of workplace ethics. Uunang ito, trustworthiness. Ganon ka mapagkakatiwalaan? Ayaw ito kayo pag pinicture kanya dinilit man na ito ng kaya katagod ang presentation. Magsisisiro ito nilo kaya against the light. Alright. Ano, wala ako buwan. Oo, kay kuha nito joy. Alright. So let's talk about trustworthiness first. Kaya mo rin naka-highlight trustworthiness. Why would someone want to be trustworthy at work? Pakianan, This is for you. Why would you want your boss to trust you? Sige na. Can you tell me a reason why you would want to be trusted? Yes, ma'am? Anyone? Sige na, may maalaman pa ako. Why would you want to be trusted? Anyone? I don't know what your reasons are. Only you can tell. Oh, kaya ano ka gusto mo pagkatiwalaan ka kay boss? Is it because one, you would want to be promoted? Two, is it because you would want to get a permanent appointment? Or you would want to get confidential information and so you can have the same power as that person who gives you the trust? Kaya di ba ang mubaya ito ano? Oo. Natupag lang na yung boss, pinagkatiwalaan niya na yung boss, kung anong power niya boss, ang gyapli wati ang powerful. Oo, danay mas maisog pa kontrahan boss. Ano? Oo. Ang boss mo, ay...
Never mind.
Oo. Ang polo ka na lang. Oo. Dari ka pa na ako tanin mo sa ani ka lang. Diba na yan mo? Sige. Ano na? Kanang paa.
Nagkanang kamay.
Sige.
Fake.
Kaulo ka na kumalit ko. But anyway, sige, whatever your reasons are, okay, just keep your reasons to yourselves, whatever those are, but make sure that you are trustworthy enough. Si Director. Ate Director, go ahead. Shower. All right. How do we show our trustworthiness? My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 pillars for us to become trustworthy. Para mapagkakatiwalaan kita, ano? Okay, first, are you honest? Even if others are not? Even if others do not? And even if others cannot and will not? Are you honest? Really? Oh, pagpakyahan niya sa kay friend, kamusta ka, sir? Kung sa'yo sa nagkaw na, pero plastic ay nakamagawa na. Kaya na, hindi ka manliwat, may yaso ba naman maras? Tama na. Diba? Like, how honest are you? Let's talk about honesty first. Honesty, it involves both what you say or don't say and how you act. Dapat nagmamatch ito. Okay? Nagmamatch ito. Sige, dito ako pero marawat din pakasan. Diba? Sige ba? Pero kung pinaliba ka simba.
Magagawas.
Oh. So, dapat ito yan. Aligned. Alright? Honesty in communications is telling the truth as best you know it and being truthful, genuine, and frank. Yeah, be frank. Do you like it? No. Do you like the idea? That can be improved. Is my idea good? Yes. I mean it. If it is a yes, mean it. If it is a no, mean it. Don't play safe. Unfortunately, in an organization like ours, a lot of people play safe. Because we all have our personal interests. Kawawa naman kami ng mga kuan, honest lang, ang pagpagyan nito, ay dire. Oo. Pagkabot ang promotion, ayaw itong marawat itong batasan. Diba? I asked my friend in the US, sa Sarangya, Mayroon pa din, sir. In among mga teachers, what ay competition? Their competition is themselves only. I mean, their own selves. Why? What ay ranking dito? Oo. Mapropromote ka, ani mo salary grade at mapropromote what ay rank. What ay dito teacher 2, teacher 3, teacher 4. O, puro nila teachers. What ay nila master teachers. Sakit, what ay nag-uunahan na, kinakalag ko mapromote yan ini nga posisyon. Sakit, what ay nag-aaragway. Kaya ano? Ikaw ang magdidikta kung saan mo gusto ma-promote. For example, gusto mo ma-promote yan, ani mo salary grade maliit. Ma-eskwela ka. Kung lubya ka, di ka ma-promote. Why? Dito yung era ko, no? For example, naka-8 units ka in masters. Okay na ito, may na itong salary increase equivalent. Dili huhul ko ng 18 units. Nga tanan na units ngayon kuha, may credit, may bayad. Oh, sa hindi ka nagping pinakiaway dito, shucks, kaya manang kayo tasya. Magsisinong magdalito, ay kami magagani kayo, sus, may tatong kami. Para ikaw na yung ma-promote.
Backstop.
Oh, dinihaan mo na ito mga sugan. Oo. Hindi ba aanhin? Aanhin ba? Honesty in conduct means playing by the rules. Playing by the rules. And we don't change the rules just for us to win the game. Okay? Oh. So Rodel mentioned IPCRF. We don't change the guidelines of the IPCRF when we know that our rating will be poor. Just so our rating will be good. If the guidelines have already been approved prior to us discussing our IPCRF, then so be it. Kung poor na yung performance, then your performance is poor. We don't change the rules of the game just so we can win. Diba? Without stealing. Waray nangawat, ha? Cheating. Kung nahihaga kita na eskwela kita na nag-cheat kita para pumasar, dapat nakonsensya ka na at tupa. Okay? Or fraud. Oo, naglilin lang ka. No? Oh, now let's talk about integrity. What do you call someone without integrity? I already mentioned the word. Starts with the letter A. H. Correct. A person without integrity is actually called hypocrite or two-faced person, or in mythology we call it Janus-faced. Nakakuha na kami door na nagkakasugat-sugat. Oh, that's called Janus-faced door. Kaya doon may iya door, iya face. No? So you don't know which is which. Oo. In layman's term, plastic. Oo. Pero, matanang kita na kurang itong plastic, ha?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Danay, atong ka-isto kaya rintindi mo.
Special.
Di ba may adadayan kaya rintindi mo nga ka-istorya? Para di rin nalay di ba nila ba ka-istorya? Kung plastic mo na lang ang pag-imam o kung mabusay ka. Mas manitol kaya lipstick ka din na dini. Okay. Mahusay ka man. Panalangin. Basta kung mahusay ka. Alright. So the question is, a person with integrity is undivided and complete. Undivided and complete. Tapos paano kumahinap ko yung nila? No? Uusap niya pagkatao. Right? Undivided. Next, acts according to beliefs. Anong belief in DepEd? Anong atong core values? Sige daw. Maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, makabansa, hindi makasarili. Consistent. Are we consistent? Sometimes. What you see is what you get. Oh, parang circular. Basta ibubutog yan. Yeah. I mean, I've seen him. Since we were in college, kahit si Sir Rodel, ganyan din yan. Hindi nagbago ugali ng mga yan. Oo. Pareho silang mabait. They just have their own level of craziness. Oo. Pero pareho rin ang mabutan. Okay. Never yun ang nagbago. The way I was treated when we were together in the Leyte Normal University, bisa ni Rodel, supervisor na yan, harapin na yung mag-SDS na. Oo. Ako man lang nabiyak ang buutan. Pinagdito ko nito niya, kalito ito niya. Parang liwata ako. Parang liwata ako. Kasi naman ako, there must be a very good reason why. Kaya yung mapariyagsin yung ethical, kaya hindi ka lang makaramasina. Uy! Mga saan kumali na masala? Oo. Hindi ka riyagsin yung perfect pag ethical ka, unprofessional ka, no? You can get angry because every emotion is valid anyway. Right? For as long as there is a reason, hindi kayo nagpipinangisog ka, waray rason! Wala! Waray ka lang sex life kagabi, pag sulong mo, aringin ka! Ayaw kami, ikupon! Di ba ba yun? Ayaw kami, ikupon! Sorry, rated PG. Ay, pero hindi na day. 12? Wala ba nabigil for? Wala kaya kita rated. SPG. Wala yun. Asa rin ito yan. Di ka lang makaramasan. What you see is what you get. I know I am a very keen observer of people's personality as I am, observing myself as well. Okay? Parang I love people watching. That's my hobby. No? Okay, pinakita ako. May plastic ini. Iyan masisina itong waray rason. May namakat ko naman ang pisina. Ang papel mo. Ibibili. Tingnan na lang ngayon na hinumduman din ngayon kinahanglan. Okay, sige. Menard, pinaka minute doing? 16 when you were virginized. So, pwede itong kita straightforward na story, no? Ano ito ang palikod-likod? Hindi rin na. Okay, sige. Ayaw mo. Alright? Sige, let's do this. I want you to think of two different shapes. Don't tell anyone. Just think of two different shapes. Don't tell anyone. Alright, don't tell anyone, alright? Put one shape inside the other. Dapat nasa loob yung isa. Okay, wonderful. Okay, cool. What's your favorite color? Blue, but you're wearing green today. Okay. Alright. Favorite number? 15. But then, 15 must be your birthday. Sige, ano naman? February 15. After Valentine's. What do you mean on Valentine's? Basta ikalakit Valentine's, yun agad ito niya. Kaya kung February yan ayat, November yung inaanak. 2. Okay, very good. Okay, alright. Touch. Touch. Okay. You're thinking of a circle.
Yes, sir.
You? And that's the outside shape. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. A person with integrity knows who she is and what he or she values. Yeah, and there's a triangle inside.
I'm afraid, Kim.
So you can never lie to me.
Oh my God.
Okay. Next pillar is reliability. Can I bet on you? Kung talagang ikaw trabaho, pwede na ba ikaw bayaan? Babayaan man lang sir. Mas meron niya trabaho mo ko. Alright, sige. What does it mean to be reliable at the job? In your own understanding, what does it mean to be reliable on your job? Okay, there really is no definite answer to this because only you can answer. But what does it mean to be trustworthy? Okay, I mean, a reliable person is someone who avoid bad faith excuses. Bad faith excuses. Reliable people are those people who avoid unclear commitments. Ito nga sige ka for the sake of agreeing. Sige, trabaho tayo ni. Pero later, hindi na kumani, hindi bubuhat. Next, unwise commitments. Avoid unwise commitments. Right? And a person who is reliable accepts responsibility. Okay? And reliability has something to do with what? Delivering a promise. Okay? If you cannot deliver what you've promised, don't promise. Okay? Don't overpromise. In customer service, we don't overpromise. We don't say, okay, customer, you go home, we'll move heaven and earth. We don't. We only set expectations that these are the things that we can do for you to deliver the service that you need. But nothing more than that. We can assist you, but don't let us do something nasty just so you would get what you want. Right? So again, a reliable person is not someone who overpromises just because he or she wants to impress the boss. You don't do that. You set the right expectations with your boss. I'm very sorry, sir, I can't do that now because there are still a lot of things on my plate. However, if you wish that I would do the task that you are asking me to do now, would you mind if you take away some of the tasks from me so that I can deliver what you need me to deliver? That's negotiation, that's not bargaining. Okay? However, if kahit pagtulong mo, wala ka ng oras, and then yet you still accept other tasks, kasi gusto mo ma-impress ang boss mo, I don't think that is fair. Right? You're over-promising and you are not being reliable. Kaya kung mamatay ka, remember that it is so easy to replace an employee. You will be declared vacant right away. Natural vacancy. Yes, that's the truth. Okay, we need heroes who are alive. We don't need heroes who are dead. Do you get me? Sabi tayo bida-bida. If you know that you have a lot of tasks on your plate, refuse. Nicely. And be honest and be truthful. Sir, ayaw ba na amay? Oo, di na magkinig. Nagpupuya po nga naman ako. Di na kakayakan. Nariyak ka man. ka na kaya kagay natutulog mo na don't talk when your mouth is full. Alright? Loyal niya. Sino loyal? There is a difference between loyal and faithful. Andito na si Maprita. Yay! Because I still have 100 slides na. Are you sure? Do you sure? Okay. Loyalty. Before I explain loyalty in the context of DepEd, there's a difference between being faithful and loyal. So my question to you is, are you faithful or are you loyal? Sino faithful dito? Sino faithful ulit? Sino loyal through orange? Loyal. Okay, ganito yan. You can never be loyal without being faithful. I mean, you can never be faithful without being loyal, but you can be loyal without being faithful. Right? Why? With being faithful, you believe regardless. Oo, tanga ka na. Oo. Despite na niya ibubuhat, naniniwala ka pa rin na wala ka rin. Alright. Okay. Ang loyal, you only believe when there is proof. Have you never set your eyes on another person? Di ba kahit si Albert Einstein, tinanong siya ng kanyang asawa. Tinanong siya ng kanyang asawa, sabi ng kanyang asawa, are you there? Anong ginagawa mo? Binigilisan siya. Sige. Nagbasa na ang bibliography ni Einstein. Ano yan kita hanapin? Nagbabasa kita yung ano? Alright. Kaya hindi yan kita magbasa. Hindi kita hanapin. Because we are in the business of knowing. One of the worst customer service experience of a client is when an employee of DepEd says, I don't know. Without offering an alternative. You don't say, I don't know, without saying that this is the best thing to do. Diba? How do you say, I don't know, without saying, I don't know? Alright, but anyway, going back to the story of Einstein. Nasa rin, kay Einstein, iya inasawa niya cousin. Kay aniya cousin man ang nagpuan, nag-alagaan niya at nag-i-eskwela niya. So nabayaan niya asawa somewhere else. But nag-jealous na niya asawa niya, pagkanan niya, do you truly love me? Kaya may nakamanibang nga puan, gikapalong mo. Nasa rin niya, why can't I fall in love with both apples and oranges at the same time?
Charot.
Diba?
Charot.
Because if you love apple, does that mean that you don't love orange anymore? I am not justifying that, but well, there's some truth to what he says because love is something that we give away to people. But of course, I value monogamy in marriage. But I guess that is true still. Na kahit may asawa ka na, you are still capable of loving someone else. Kasi kung asawa mo lang ang love mo, paano yung anak mo?
Yeah.
O di magkahati na sila. So kung selos ang asawa mo sa anak mo, how would you explain that? Okay, that's a reality that we can give our love to all people, even to those who are unlovable. No? It is not just intended for one person. So ngayon, huwag ka na magselos ng magselos. Oo. Ay, mga babae, ang pagsinilos kayo sa lahat ng tagpurot na karni. Di ba dahil? Kung sa lahat ng tagpurot, dami pa ito tayo kikitaan. Di ba dahil? At problema ito ko ng puro sugat lahin. Mas mayamoy ako na sir. Alright. So are we being ethical? Okay, can we move on? Okay, so let's talk about loyalty. takes responsibility to promote the interest of certain people, organization, and affiliation. Do we promote the interest of DepEd when we go to work? Every time that we clock in and clock out. Next, with loyalty, we keep confidential information to ourselves. Do we do that? Do we do that? You don't?
Yes.
Alright. Sa records, everyone is required to keep information confidential. Bawal ang marites sa records. And of course, totoong loyal ka if and when you avoid conflict of interest. That's self-explanatory. Kayo na ba?
Bingo.
Right. Now let's talk about respect. Yeah? Everybody talks about respect, but the question is, what does respect mean to you? And respect is not one-way street. You don't demand respect if you can't give it. You only earn it. Dahil pwede nga ikaw lang respeto, pati ba ikaw din ka na respeto ay ibang tao, ano? Ano pwede? So dapat, give and take ito niya. Ano? Right. Okay. So, when we talk about respect, we're talking about these. One, respect prohibits violence, humiliation, manipulation, and exploitation. We don't exploit people's disadvantages and their weaknesses. Plus, sige, pupunta nito niya, hatag-tadala, iningatan na trabaho na iya. May nagkatsugat. Ano ka ba bakit hiya? Malay ka hatagin na iya ang trabaho. Right? Next, respect reflects civility, courtesy, and decency. Okay? It recognizes dignity and the right to make informed decisions. And of course, with respect, it will reflect tolerance and acceptance. Okay. Now let's talk about responsibility. What does responsibility mean to you? Are you responsible? Dili kay right sinkon nga sige dinurugalagan, you are responsible. Because action is not always tantamount to movement. And movement is not always tantamount to productivity. Oh, there are a lot of people in the office who have aids. As if doing something. A lot of people claim to be busy, but at the end of the day, they are not productive. Nagkano kaya na busy ako? Like, we romanticize the idea of being busy without us asking for outputs in the end, no? Sige daw, ano daw anong kita-busyhan? Sige daw. Hindi nga oras, pero ano na natrabaho hindi nga oras? Marawag pa itong buot pag nag-time in motion ka. You know what time in motion is? Talaga naiilang po na mo output per... for example, receiving. Masa nangitindi na ako, sir, it takes 3 minutes to receive a document. 3 minutes to receive a document that includes stamping, signing, encoding, and then routing. 3 minutes. Busy akiya na, sir. I don't want to receive. Pero na yung receive 10, 5. Bukas na lang dahil 5. Tao itong sir ay more than 1. Busy ako. 5. Uday, ito ang proseso. 15 minutos na itong 5 documents. Therefore, ang oras na 8 hours, 15 minutos 45 minutes. Oh, busy daw niya. Itong nga mga panahon. Alright. For me, ako like nagbubukod pag-ibig. Okay? Responsibility means response plus ability, meaning your ability to respond to whatever circumstance you are in. So responsibility is related for me to resilience. Okay? Response. We're talking about response, not react. As professionals, we don't react. We respond. Kaya kung react that's very emotional. Oh, may dito nagkurahab nga kliyente. Ito kalaliwa. Pero if you respond, you know how to handle that client. Diba na no? Alright, sige. So that's what I mean by responsibility. Now, when we say responsibility, we're talking about being in charge of your choices and your life. So, responsibility mo. Oh, kung nag-anak ka, you choose to have kids. Kaya lang, kaya may itim-ati, manitigil pa paggatas. I'm speaking as a breadwinner. Because, again, if you're responsible, you take charge of your choices. You choose to be in that kind of relationship, then so be it. I mean, panintigan mo yan. Diba? Alright. Some little girls, Tita Mia, pag ulit check tayo, pero sulot titi. Just kidding. Titilutuan ako ulit sa magmarawat at batasan. Kaya rin, kung labing magugutom mo ka, nakalaot ka din tiyang masaling I love you, mabubusog ka. Unless kung pinagkaunon ka. Okay. Being accountable for what you do. Are you accountable with what you do? Kung nalilig ka ang office, are you accountable? Or do you blame the tricycle driver kaya naglilibot-libot? Sir, kamara sa mga driver. Naabot ako naman ni 7:30, naglilibot-libot, tapos ka palo. Kinato ni LPA sa makatupasis to. Kaya ko na ipaharap ka ng iting sunod alas 7:30, nakasunod ka alas 5 pala. Oo, kaya pag sa'yo may driver, ginuho kay ma-pick up pa ito, hindi ba mapasahero? Kaya ikaw ang last na sumakay. So kung rin mo na sumakay, kaya talaga kung unahon pagdurayhan. Di ba dahil? Di ba, Te?
Yes, sir.
Atong ginunos, Te. Ang ini-istorya, wala yun. Okay, next. Do you do your best? Sige daw. Do you do your best? Pag nakasunod ka mo, do you do your best? Or nakasunod na ni kamuhin ka mo, katitiin. Alasing ko na.
Kaulit na.
Ito pa pa oras. Nagkikinita ka rin ito kayo ni Yuri Loroba. Alas 7 lang permi. Sa akin, tita ka rin ako opisina, di ko papabalo ang battery. Para permanente na alas 8. Oo, hindi tinala nakatuwang. Alas 5 na alas 5. Tanya na, permanente na kami alas 8:40. Sa akin rin nag-iinuulian, pero nilipat na bata. Kamatuoran na istorya. Hindi yan pwede yung uli na sa'yo. Ay alayan susi. Okay. Diligent. Oh, masipag, no? Reliable. Careful. Are you careful? Oh, pag siya, careful pala. Okay, maulol.
Okay.
Di ba, Te?
Yes.
Preparado ka ba manasunod sa opisina?
Maray pa may
Maaram ka na ba timbubuhaton pag masunod ka opisina? Oh, or pag sunod ka opisina, awa, ayan ako. Alright. Are you informed? Hala, anniversary ngayon yan, no? Mahuli ngayon kita patungod sa Managala sa bad? Itong ganun nagpapaka, di lang kung niya maaram. Di ba? Nagpapatay, tawag ito na nagpatay na siya. Oo. Ay, ano? Makukusyon mo yan yun, ano?
Napaka-idol ito.
Ano? Ako lagi. Na-style lang. Next. Do you finish what you started? O, ginuman ba ninyo? Bayaan man na ninyo ni Ubiti ka man? Hindi ka tumala. Alright, next. Do you look for better ways to do your work better? Di ba nasa lahat kapag ginamit itong yung tracker, kagugol. Pagpakiyan ni ano man suggestion, basta waray lang. If you cannot offer a solution, then don't complain. Just follow. Just use whatever is existing. Diba? If you want change, suggest. Offer an alternative. Because we are all responsible in looking for better ways to do our work better. Dili ito gawin yung sito na natong boss na ito pipinatisip. No. Because, for example, kita kita front line. Kita na trabaho talaga. Ng mga physical work. Diba? So therefore, ikaw makakaisip na, hindi mo maupupay ang kinapuhi, so natakubuhagon, isa-suggest winning ang tuwita. O, tapos, kung may boss. Diba? O, ayaw pa pinamulpulo nito yung 8 months na mamatay na natin. Diba? May ito magsisinod, pinakarado ulit mouse. Diba? Dahil yung pinanyakan na yung trust ka nito. Katawagin. What ka man trust cancer? And you are exercising self-restraint. You have self-control. Para ka mag-uwi. Para ka mag-control. Let's not go beyond that. Hi, ma'am. Alright, so we are now moving on to the last 3 pillars. Okay, what are the last 3 pillars of work ethics, workplace ethics? We have fairness, caring, and citizenship. Now let's talk about fairness. Layman's term, it involves issues of equality, impartiality, openness, and due process. Dapat maarang mamamati. No? Don't always take your bias. No? Kaya ako na yung imong gusto, ako na. Pamatihin mo ka istorya. No? Kaya gusto ka niya. Oh. But I don't really believe in the concept of equality, but the dictionary says that with fairness there must be equality. Because I don't believe in equality. I believe in equity. Hindi naman kita equal talaga. That's the truth. Let's not romanticize the idea of equality because we will never be equal. Masal ka tayo, gagamitin mo tayo ng Ginoo. In the eyes of God, we are all equal. That's not, I'm not saying that it is not true. Masal ka, even in death to law would make us equal. That's not true either. Okay, kaya di ba nakamusalay, hindi ko wala kalatulog. Yung iba, ada na husay ng earn. Yung iba, waray ang putsa. So, talaga equal, di ba? Right. Ano ibang insulog na lang? Ano ibang inanod? Ano ibang kalimtan? Right? So, caring. Caring is at the heart of ethics. And ethical decision making. That's the truth. Kaya kung ethical ka, you are caring. Because the truth of the matter, ethics is the science of caring. If you don't care, you don't have ethics. That's the truth. Mas kaulay ko lang kay among kini. When you join an organization, it is no longer about you. It is about the organization. And you are bound to follow the values Stop the drama. Okay? Caring is at the heart of ethics and ethical decision making. How will you show caring in the workplace? That's a question. How will you show caring in the workplace? Okay? I would like to say that ethics is ultimately about good relations with other people. Question, do you have good relationship with people in your office? Yes. Sige. And caring is about being concerned about the welfare of others. Are you concerned about the welfare of others? Or bakit gusto mo, kung ikaw, gusto mo malaksi ang transaksyon. Pero kung ikaw na nagpa-process sa transaction, walang gandaan na ikaw nila. Do you care for other people? Citizenship. Now let's talk about citizenship. Kaya ano may citizenship have ethics? Because we are members of an organization. Earlier, we had our oath of office, panunumpa ng lingkod bayan, and the DepEd quality policy. Okay, hence it is just right that we talk about citizenship as, as a pillar of workplace ethics. Citizenship includes the attitudes and things we do that define how we should behave as part of a larger community. And in our context, that community is DepEd. Do we live the values of DepEd? Are we maka-Diyos? Makatao? Makakalikasan? Makabansa? Makakalikasan, bis ka malahain na nilang nalabo. Bis ka lahain na lura. Are you makatao? No. Kaya hindi mo lagi uupay pag-serve, hindi mo sangkay la. Hindi rin mo sangkay. Ano yan ka iton? Makabansa. Hindi ko nga nina-stop kung nag-flag ceremony. Napadayon ka man lang nga nga ito bandikla. Kay late ka na. Makajusay pa. Oo. Kay English. Makajus. Oo. Makajus kasi sige, inumin juice. Alright? A good citizen, or as a good member of an organization, does more than his or her fair share to make the community work. That's why our NQMS is put in place. Everyone is part of it. And our NQMS sets the culture. That's why we have the policy. Diba? Value-laden, proactive governance. Are we proactive? Bakit hubiyak ng word? Okay. Are we good citizens of DepEd? Sir, pag ginupay-upay ko ba ng mga assignment ako? Right. What are some of the ways that you can show good citizenship at work? That's a question. That's a challenge, actually. And always remember that a good citizen, again, does more than his or her fair share to make the community work. Eh bakit ikaw pag-audit ay sohit October, ikaw itrasun kaya na INC kita o non-compliant? Pwede ka mo nasunod. Okay. Now, moving on. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost deep. What are the common ethical dilemmas in the workplace? What is the dilemma? No, pag dilemma, brown out. So, dilemma. Ganyan. Joke ako. Kita ka pinasigan na ako. Akin, citizenship. Diba? Are you So let's talk about what drives unethical behavior. What drives unethical behavior at work? And let's see kung may dahilig sugat ka natatabo. May nanasong buhaon nga very unrealistic and expectations. Dili kita maaram, ano ba talaga gusto ni ma-achieve nga subuha akon? Kaya rin subo ako niya. Para ano ini? Tapagyan tin, ikaw. Ginsubo ta na ikaw pa, dere ka maaari? Kung kaya ginsusubo ko ikaw. Okay, kaya, syempre, ano naman kami naging istorya. Pero marami ko mag-pisina, maya ka na sa dere ano? Pero dapat, kaya may unethical behavior ng mga employees because some leaders would set unrealistic expectations. Ano? Or sometimes way beyond the KRA. Wala. Ang driver, may papaghimong communication letter.
Memo.
Ang GO, ipapagayanin memo. Wala. Hindi mo ba doon? So ano na yun? Magiging unethical, kaya nagpinagpapiyahon man niya. Nag-plagiarize siya yung work ng iba. O ay may nakabili yung tingkuhan. Nagkabito na DepEd. Yan ang eskwelahan, master teacher. Naghimuhiyahin activity completion report. Ang iyang gibuhat, naka-download iyahin similar na activity completion report from other school. Yung balyuan lang nga ng picture. Takaging plagiarism check na. 100%. Nag-apply pa doon ka outstanding master teacher. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Next, work dissatisfaction. Pag di rin ako satisfied sa trabaho, nagpipinasaway na. Kung nagpipinasaway na lang kita ang trabaho, please do ourselves a favor. Give yourself a break. Pag-leave. Maapsit sa pangay, matulog na pa-adlaw, huwag mong muning-munigan lang. Kaya feeling ko, baka maratak, pamati ko ikaw kakikikit.
Ikatutudutan.
May kita na nag-iinag ko ba? Pwede gini umuli ang kanay ako. Pagdadalas na kanay nito ba? Eh bakit pala ma-realize ko nga, kaupay pa na ako ni ma'am?
Mamimiss.
Kaya after 3 days, ma-miss ko nga ni ikaw, mabalik ako. Diri nga ni, pasensya, babay na kita ini ma'am. Please do yourselves a favor. Kung maaari ka, nagpipinasaway ka na lang, nasulog ka na lang, kanima, nagpipinangaway ka, ano na? Give other people in your office the chance to breathe. Ano? Di ba yan? Next, financial problems. May dito, naamon. May financial problem yan, tinukod. Gipaunan niya mga ka-opisina. Ano ay nagkuha yan tag 100 kada wallet? Yeah. Dito health center. Nadak pa niya. Ikatulog niya ng police. You might say, dire ito na tinukod kaya wala nga rani ni I value confidentiality, but that's what happened. Kaya ito yan police. Ano man ini? Ma-resign ka na lang or ipopost na bulletin na kuan ka, matutina ka, resign na lang. Okay? Alright. Ba yan? One of the reasons kung kaya naglilimbong kita, For some, naglilimbo. Okay na lang kung sugal ato, bisan may nakita financial problems, nahulat na kita na mag-mature at loan, na makaloan kita o draw. Kaya paniguan na iday. Ha? Kaya pupuli pa ako yan. Ha? Sige. Kaya kung mag-rate ko ako papasilwain. Alright. Ability to rationalize unethical behavior. Ano ito talaga siguro? Kaya iba, maupay maghimon istorya, no? Nakaka-justify kira. Baga, di man ang madadampan. No, not necessarily play safe. Ito nga, bakarit iya mag-himo-himon istorya, kadiri iya madadampan. Mamay na nga niya sa iyo pag-ibinuhan. The ability to rationalize, to justify the unethical behavior. Di ba? Kaya ano nagsugat kayo ni? Kay sugar ini. Nag-agree liwat na niya ng istorya. Pwede nagsugat ang pasina. Right? Loss of loyalty. Kung di rin na loyal hain mo, definitely mga maliwayan. Di ba dahil? Same thing, a organization. Di rin na nga ni loyal ang tao organization, believe me. Pwede na itong mga kababalagan na hihimong mo. Either tatago ng printer, tatago ng document, ano mo reimbursement, di papadayon pag-process. Ano yung activity completion report, yung bitago. Pero kamaranas ka na supervisor ka, tatago activity completion report. Waray man nga nilang book. Bis kapag sabihin nga nag-ayad ka na, ginhakat mo na ako, waray ang perma. Naisog ka ha, bis maraya basing ha. Nakikita kita. Di ka maka-recourse yan ha. Kay wawa daw kung matananting certificate na mabiras. Pero ayaw ka mong pagsugad ha. Kanya rin marupay na batasan. What reasons do people give for not acting ethically? Anong reasons? Kung may dalang nasakpan, naabdan natin nga unethical, may dalang rason. Ano nila mga rason? If it's necessary, it's ethical. Kaya mo, subuhabon. Number 2, if it is legal and permissible, it's proper. We always say that. Sanglit kita kaurugan na ato na nasa nila, kahit man ang legal basis. But always remember this, ladies and gentlemen, not all legal is moral, and not all moral is legal. Asa na kita, kay party itong trabaho. Party trabaho pangawat? When I say pangawat, I'm talking about the general. And it relates to money, not property. It could be information. Okay? Or it could be secret. No? Next, basta rin ka, gibuhat ko ato kay maupay at atong paniyo. Anyway, it's good. It's all good. I mean, it's all for a good cause. Okay. For example, naman ka donation from tobacco company. Kasi kung kaya maupay mananamang purpose, kaya atong values, DepEd, we don't allow donations coming from tobacco companies. So that would be considered unethical if you do that. I was just doing it for you. Aba, ikaw pa ang naging dahilan kung bakit niya ginawa yun. Next, I'm just fighting fire with fire. Why did you do it? Kaya mo niya, gipulos ko lang liwan. Next, what if na ito na ululan? It doesn't hurt anyone. Everyone's doing it. Takin-kikitaan. Kaya nung late kaya na. Sir, pag sinamaya kay paper, kami din nakalilate every day. Next, it's okay if I don't gain personally. Ginuha ko ito, di rin para haapon, para man ito nahira. Right? And of course, I deserve it. Dito nga nga na-promote ka, pero nag-iimbong ka. Because you believe that you deserve to be promoted. Now, ito natatago. Nagpa-fabricate yung mga documents. Hindi ba mag-provide documents? Warayagi. Para mga IPCRF, maupay at MOVs, waray output. Tinito ko rin ang istorya. Okay. Padayon. Kabutuan ko kang Kristo, alayong pagkatugdaw para an-offertory. Okay. Sige, relationship between unethical behavior and work performance. This is according to research, not in the Philippines, but in the Department of Education in India. Alright, kaya Philippines, we are playing safe with all our researches. I'm very sorry to our researchers here. But most of the time, we always tell researchers to be safe, to play safe. That's why I'm not a very good advisor. Okay, makigaragway lang ko na, panayan ikaw! Okay, problema. Takay may pangapanal masarang ayaw ito, okay, makarabod, may kita'y karagway. What is research for if it does not deal with problems? Okay, anyway, so let's talk about this. It says that there is negative correlation between unethical behavior and work performance. Okay? So, pag unethical yung behavior natin sa work, it is expected that your work performance is poor. Okay. Now, how to prevent unethical behavior in the office? Only 3 steps. Very basic steps. 1, open communication. Dili ka kanina ayong haakon, ayaw ako libang ka. Ayaw ikistorya na ito ka iba, pakaniya akon. Okay? You get me? You get me? Unethical behavior, again, open communication is very important, and leaders need to encourage employees to ask when in doubt. We allow our people to ask questions, and we don't antagonize people who raise difficult questions. Just because we cannot answer the question kasi sina kita'y tao nagpapakiana. That actually is a very good indication that your people are thinking people. Are we making sense? Ayaw ka mo paano pagpakiana. Ma'am, anong purpose hindi nga ako ng activity? Ano ako maiko-contribute? Right? And of course, it is very important to get everyone on board. Ayaw pagbayain iba. Basta ayaw na tuyag api. Kita lang. Diba? Kaya kung hindi mo ika-api, diba? You're playing favorites. I don't mean that I didn't say that you're being unfair, Mom. What I'm saying is you played favorites. 4 sisters and a wedding.
Wow.
Ano ba? Dapat apili, diba? Parang ito, may letter mga concerns sa field. Ano ba mga teachers, dirigin sa singanan principal, kung oras na yun pag-submit in papel for promotion. Makasabot na lahira, deadline na. Kaya ginuna pag-singni ang irapets. Oh. And that's unethical. Okay? Next, explain the mission of the organization. So tomorrow, Ma'am Rita will be explaining the quality policy in details, the NQMS, and so the mission of the organization will be explained thoroughly, hopefully. Right? Because it is really important, ladies and gentlemen, that we build a culture of quality service. And I'm very, very much grateful to our JOs as US, especially, for doing all your best to make sure that you're able to deliver the best service you can. And again, don't ask the impossible of the co-workers and subordinates. Don't delegate tasks that you don't know how to do. Otherwise, pagpagian na ito kain, kunaan mo nini nga trabaho, di ka mahibaro paghatag in instruction. Basta ka lang, himuan ito. Oh. Do you get me? Alright. Now, how do we create an ethical workplace culture? Oh, we're almost done, guys. Are you excited? Do you? Oh, sa'yo pa ng grammar. Are you excited to go home? Okay. So leadership, ladies and gentlemen, is not a title. Leadership is a behavior. And I subscribe to that because all of us are leaders. Your being a leader does not rest on your position. My being head of the record section does not make me a leader automatically by virtue of my position. If I don't behave as a leader, then I am not a leader. Okay? That's why I do not discount the possibility that Christine, Aimee, Iris, okay, Manilo, before and Kuya Rico could actually lead records. But, human as I am, just like you, I sometimes rant. To be very honest, when I am not impressed with the work that they do. Okay, nareklamo ko, anay daw iday, may mo naman ini. Nawala na rin ba tayo ng papel? Diba? Yung talo ni Presidente, dalawa nalimutin na yung ORD, ARD, nakatula kayo, Jan Berlin. Berlin, nakaridal niya na finance. Finance mo na ka admin. Anyway, again, leadership is a behavior. Management has the responsibility to set ethical standards. So, kami ng mga heads, mga supervisors, mga ARD, mga RD, since we are on a higher position, dapat responsibility namon na mag-set ethical standards. Ako ito yung may nakita, ISO. That's one. Lagot pa, bisang right pa ISO, dapat role model kami yan upay nga batasan na values di dihang pisina. Di ba naman? Kaya the other way around. Kaya ang iba Diyos nun. Di rin langit nun. Diba? It saddens me, and I guess it saddens Sir Rodel and Sir Clark as well, to hear people na nasa rin ang, wala, matagalin dyan ang mga Diyos nun. I've heard a lot of that. I mean, may bisan na graduate school nasa mga teachers na kita akong klase na, sir, when the visitation of the gods happen, is it, what do you mean by visitation of the gods? What do you mean by that? When the supervisors visit the school, why do you call it visitation of the gods? Okay, may pa-red carpet, may pasapulong sampagita, may pakamya, may parko, may balloons, may pabanda pa ng marching band kati mga banderas. My goodness. Okay? Right. Dapat, we set the standards that reflect the organization's expectations. That's why I always tell Christine, Iris, and Aimee, read the quality policy. Kaya daw man ito. Hindi kita magiging inaragway kung magbabasa kami ng quality policy. Kaya ako malatong at susunod dun. Hindi man ako magpapatuman ng malaog na muna hindi dahil ng quality policy. Pero kapaturan na rin kami ng gusto rin. Humini ako.
Nalibag.
Hindi kayo naman niya mapapilang. Hindi bakit mo na itong ako rin magsakay? Because humans are as we are, no? But we don't dwell there. Mga by the way lang yan. We focus on the job that we do. Leadership is not a title, it's a behavior. Therefore, we are all leaders. Ay pagsalita ako kay Jay, huwag ba ako sa no? Because your behavior can influence mine. Your behavior can influence Sir Rodel's, Sir Clark's behavior. Your behavior can actually influence your boss's behavior and their decision. In that way, you are a leader because you can direct attention and you can command activity. Do you get me? Am I making sense? Don't ever belittle yourself kay Jay, wala ako sir, di ba na nagpamamatihan. No. Speak your mind. Share your thoughts. As leaders, clearly communicate the desired behavior and why they are important to the organization. Be a role model. Acknowledge professionalism. Enable your staff, give them the tools to do their job. Ako na ito sa school na ano, kati mawaray natin ginhatag na support. Pabayaan na mo, magkakamakiya, magpipinuong na. Alright, and I would like to say this, that ethics is caring. Thus, co-workers' balance is imperative. If you care for your co-worker, it means that you care for your organization. And if you care for your organization, that means that you invite in you the ethics and values of a responsible and a professional worker in government. Work ethics and professionalism eliminate fear. If you know that you're just doing your job rightly, okay, if you know that you're just being professional and ethical, you'll fear nothing. Okay? Put in the work and fear none, because you know what you're capable of doing. Good afternoon.
Like and subscribe to the L&D channel on YouTube using the link youtube.com/@learn-to-lead channel. For more information, visit our NAAP Region 8 official Facebook page at facebook.com/NAAPR08.